Hey guys, today I'm gonna take you on a flower bed tour. It's mid-August, so some stuff is starting to finish up, but I'll show you what's going on now. We have some pansies here. That second one that's looking a little bit rough kept on getting eaten by rabbits and was pulled out of the ground, so it hasn't fully recovered, but that other one's doing good. I have some bleeding hearts in there. And they were just transplants this year, so they're not huge. And in the back row coming up, I have lots of ferns and hostas, and then they're pretty much done blooming now for the year, but I have a stilbe, all different colors in the front here. And a different assortment of hostas all the way through. I wouldn't even be able to tell you all the names. They're mostly transplants this year, as well as the ferns. Some of them are a bit bigger. This guy is really big and doing really well. Now under here there is a hosta. It's just kind of been taken over. That's okay. These two here are some of my favorites. And then here, kind of same thing, I have some more bleeding hearts and pansies, and you can see these ones weren't attacked so much. And I have some lily of the valley in here with the bleeding heart, as well as on the other side there too, you might have seen. So here I have a little display going on, and I'm collecting different driftwood and cool things to make a display, and it could go all the way to the end of the railroad tie there. So here they're kind of getting towards, again, the end of their season, but here we have some calla lilies, and then in the wheelbarrow here, some more calla lilies, some forget-me-nots, just some random things. Here's a petunia, almost black petunia. And then here in the front of the house, or I should say in front of the garage, just have some basic annuals, nothing too fancy. Just some petunias in here. And I have some more calla lilies here. And why I have so many is we've been overwintering them for years, and they just keep on making more babies, and you can divide them and make some more. And here I have the same petunias again. Now here I bring my cacti outside for the summer just to get some more sun. So I'll show you my collection. And they'll be coming inside for the winter. These were some propagations here at the very end, but they're not doing too great. We'll see what happens. Here, this fuchsia hasn't done a huge show, but I got it close to the end of season for only $2 from Canadian Tire, so really can't complain. And this fuchsia here, oh, I see some more that are finished that need to get pulled off, but it was putting on a huge show. And it should make another show here. The hummingbirds have been in the sky here. Super fun to watch. And then this was a gift from a neighbor down the way. And it's a tulip geranium. I'd never heard of it before. That one almost needs to be deadheaded. So we're gonna try to overwinter it, as it's super rare, and she said you can't find them anymore. Here in the front of the house, I just have some flower pots. So these ones say Nate and Beckett in on them for us. And they just have the same pink verbena in them. They're just not blooming a huge amount right now, unfortunately. And then these flower pots here, I have all the same things. So I have a strawberry, what we nickname them a doodad, and then just some flowers there for color. They actually didn't grow as big as I wanted them to. Kind of disappointed with those flowers, but what you're gonna do, that's gardening, change it up for next year. And then these strawberries I am going to actually dig out and move to the veggie garden before the winter. And these sunflowers here were actually not planted. The birds left some of their bird seed in there, or maybe one of the squirrels took some. So I'll show you this flower bed up here. This is perfect timing as we just mowed the grass. So everything is looking nice and tidy. We still have lots of weeds. We just moved in last August, so a year ago, and there were so many weeds, so we're working on getting it under control. Some more calla lilies in the front here. Unfortunately, my lilies are done blooming, so I don't have too many lilies to show you. I have a bunch of dahlias throughout. They're just starting to bloom really nicely now. I overwintered those as well. This along the border here, I just threw in for some more color and to fill it up. It's just from a hummingbird like attractant seed package. I think this white flower here is so delicate and pretty, and there's a nice poppy there, so just a nice mixture of things, some nice filler. I got these 2 delphiniums on sale this year, so they haven't bloomed. I don't think they'll bloom this year. Some more calla lilies on this edge, and then all in the back here I have my gladiolus, and they're starting to bloom now. The white one there, that purple is going to be gorgeous, and this is actually a very pretty orange. There's a grasshopper. I have a red one there. So here, one of my favorites are the dahlias. So here's a red one. I just deadheaded earlier some of the older ones that weren't looking as good. They're a favorite. Super pretty. Here's another kind. I have many different varieties of dahlias in here. This one's very pretty too, this pink and yellow. Lots of pinks always here. This one needs to be deadheaded, but I just left it to show you guys. And these lilies were all transplants for the most part, so next year they're going to even be fuller and bigger. So hopefully soon enough, in a couple years, there won't be any spots where you can see the dirt, and it'll just be full of lilies. Just pulling out a weed here that I can see now that I'm in here. Never ends with the weeds. Okay, here's another dahlia. I really love this one. It's a beauty. I'll keep on going here. Oh, you can see he made some stripes there in the grass. Now that's starting to fill out. We've done lots of weeding and spraying and seeding this year. Trying to get it back up. There's still some spots that are looking a little rough, but that's okay. So here's another flower bed here. On the edge here, on both edges, I have a little strip of calla lilies again. I have my balsams here, and these are a perennial. They'll self-seed. They've actually gotten quite big, kind of taking over. I have some more actually in that front flower bed there too. These snapdragons here, I planted from seed. I'd never planted snapdragons from seed before, and they're doing super well, can't complain. And then some more calla lilies. I have salvia plant on each side. There's a peony there that's kind of hiding now, but you could see it much more in the beginning of the season. There's a peony tree there, so we'll see when that's gonna bloom. I have a row of Annabelle hydrangeas here, and then at the very back I have hollyhocks. It's my first year of having any of these gardens up, so nothing is super mature. This is mostly all perennials here, which is nice. There's another salvia, and then there's Annabelle hydrangea. It's almost finished up, that one. I do have a lupin in here, though it's done blooming for the season. I have one on the other side as well. This one was a purple and white, and the other one was a bright pink. There's a bleeding heart over here. And then I have some foxglove. I'll go back out here. Normally I'm very on top of deadheading, but with the lupin and foxglove, you don't want to do that, as you want them to come back the next year, or if you do, you have to let the seeds fall. Now there's some bees in here, so just gonna watch. There he is. So there's some different foxgloves in there. Kind of looks a little messy, but like I said, you want those seeds to fall so they come back next year. They're a little finicky. And here's the hollyhocks. They're biannual, so I planted these seeds this year, and it looks like some of them actually have flower buds, so I'm curious to see if they're actually going to bloom, as I didn't think they would. But either way, give some nice fullness, and then next year we'll have hopefully some hollyhocks. Here's a veggie garden. I do have a separate tour video for the veggie garden, so if you want to take a look at that, you'll be able to see everything in detail. But I just wanted to give an update here on this pumpkin. That's one of my giant pumpkins, and it's really getting to be a good size. We'll see how much bigger it's going to get and how giant it's going to get. Ooh, just got hit by the sprinkler. And two, here you can see lots of my pumpkins are turning orange. You can kind of see them in and about here. I don't want to get too close as the sprinkler is going. We have been doing some harvesting and stuff, so it's looking a little scarce now, or sparse, the veggie garden. But you know, it is middle of August, so we're getting towards the end of our growing season here. Just a nice annual, and I'm very happy with how much it's kind of vined down, this stand here. Super happy with that guy. And here, this year, we got some planter boxes built for us. So I just have petunias on the bottom row there. Might be kind of hard to see because of the sun, the direction. And then here at the top, I'm not too sure if the seeds didn't germinate there. There's kind of a hole, but I have some sunflowers. Just some more annuals here. More petunias and some more sunflowers here. I'm not going to do the sunflowers in here next year, as when I'm at work and I come home, they're wilted. They need lots of water, and with working shift work and 12-hour shifts, by the time you get home, they're wilted. So next year, I'll do that a little differently, put something else in there. Just have some annuals in here, nothing too fancy. There's not much blooming right now. Those actually need to be deadheaded there, those snapdragons, but the yellow ones are super pretty. I have this spiral grass here that I will be bringing inside for the winter. Here I kind of have a begonia section, and we overwinter all of these guys as well. These pots are actually too small for them, so next year they're gonna have to go into bigger pots, and actually if they're higher up, they'd put on a better show. Here I just have some more annuals, but the flower pots here are really cute. This one is pants, and these are lantanas in here, and that's a purse flower pot. There's some more begonias in here. Some shoe flower pots, a purse with some begonias. I always love finding cute flower pots like that. The hose is here. That's okay though. We'll just walk around it. And I'll show you what we have going here on the back deck. And then that's pretty much it for the outdoor gardening and flowers. So here in this pot with the sunflowers, this is actually all volunteers that the birds have and squirrels have left behind. I'm just going to close this up. So here I have this planter box. It's really bursting with petunias. I did plant some snapdragons in with it, but they're kind of getting taken out. So next year I'll just do this full of a variety of petunias. It looks really good, nice and full. Here I have a hibiscus that I overwintered, and I can see it's gonna start blooming. That's super exciting. This here is called a Luna hibiscus. It's one of my favorites. So pretty. Love that guy so much. There's another bloom here. Thought it actually wasn't gonna make the winter, but it came back with a vengeance. It has lots and lots and lots of flower buds that are gonna bloom soon. I have some more Luna hibiscus here. Some are done blooming. So that one is like a pink and white, and then this one, I don't have any open right now. I guess I can show you this one, but it's just more, that one's finished, but it's just more of a deeper pink. The only unfortunate thing with the hibiscus is the blooms don't last very long. Here I have another hibiscus that has bloomed, and I can see that's going to again in a bit. Just a verbena, an annual here. Some more hummingbird mix. And then here I have my house plants that I brought outside here for the summer. They always do well. Encourages new growth too. Let's see. There we go. And then here I'm growing another celery from a store-bought celery. I just haven't put it into the veggie garden, and I might not because we're so late in the season. And that's about it. I can show you a little bit of a view of the yard here. You can see he made some more stripes there when he mowed. I gotta go turn off that sprinkler there. And that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, I do have the full veggie garden tour video up if you wanted to take a more in-depth look at that. See you guys next time.